Unleash your brain's full potential. Neuroscience secrets for focus, memory, and motivation. Unlock the secrets of neuroscience to optimize your brain health, memory, focus, and motivation. Our audio or video book explores the science of learning, cognitive performance, executive function, and the best lifestyle choices for long-term brain health. You'll discover how to optimize cognitive function and brain health, proven techniques to enhance memory and learning speed, the best diet and nutrition for sharper thinking, neuroscience-backed exercises for better brain function, truth about dopamine, motivation, and focus into spiritual neuroscience and human potential. This is your complete guide to unlocking the hidden power of your brain. Whether you want to study smarter, think faster, stay motivated, or build long-term brain resilience, this audiobook gives you the tools and knowledge to reach your fullest human potential. Perfect for students, professionals, entrepreneurs, and anyone passionate about growth, success, and lifelong learning. Journey into the world of the human brain, cognition, and the untapped potential within all of us. For centuries, people have asked, what makes the human brain so powerful? How can we optimize its performance? How can we learn fast, remember more, and stay motivated in a world filled with distractions? This audiobook brings together the most profound insights from neuroscience, psychology, nutrition, exercise science, and spirituality to create a blueprint for unlocking your full mental potential. Chapter 1: Optimizing Human System Performance. Human performance is not just about muscles, speed, or endurance. At its core, true performance begins in the brain. Every action, decision, and achievement flows from the intricate neural networks inside your head. Optimizing human system performance means improving the synergy between mind and body, thoughts and actions, focus and execution. We'll explore how sleep, nutrition, exercise, and mindset are interconnected in enhancing performance. When the brain works at its best, every other system in the body follows. Chapter 2: Progress, Potential, and Possibility. The story of human progress is the story of the brain. Fire, language, science, technology, all of it came from imagination, memory, and planning. Our greatest potential lies not in machines, but in how we use our minds. Imagine the possibilities when you fully engage your executive function, harness your neurotransmitters, and train your brain as deliberately as an athlete trains their body. This chapter focuses on the science of human possibility and how you can apply it to your own life. Chapter 3: How to Optimize Cognitive Function and Brain Health. Cognitive function includes memory, reasoning, attention, and decision-making. To optimize it, neuroscience suggests 3 pillars: neuroplasticity, neuroprotection, and neuromodulation. Neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself. Every time you learn something new, your brain grows new connections. Neuroprotection, guarding against toxins, stress, and aging. Antioxidants, good sleep, and stress management are essential. Neuromodulation, using dopamine, serotonin, and acetylcholine balance to regulate attention, mood, and learning. Practical strategies include daily movement, meditation, consuming omega-3 fatty acids, and practicing lifelong learning. Chapter 4: Techniques to Enhance Learning. And is not just about repetition, it's about strategy. Neuroscience reveals that memory is strongest when learning is spaced, emotional, and context-rich. Use spaced repetition systems to lock knowledge into long-term memory. Engage in deep work sessions where distractions are minimized. Use visualization and storytelling to anchor abstract facts into vivid mental images. Memory improves when you combine novelty, challenge, and rest. Sleep after studying is one of the most powerful tools to solidify memory. Chapter 5: Secrets to Learning Faster. How do some people learn languages, instruments, or skills rapidly, while others struggle? The secret lies in state-dependent learning. When your brain is alert, curious, and motivated, you encode information faster. This chapter explores brain hacks like active recall, interleaving subjects, and teaching others as ways to accelerate mastery. Chapter 6: Unleash Your Brain's Full Potential. Most of us operate far below our potential, because we're distracted, under-rested, and understimulated. Unlocking full potential requires energy management, managing glucose, hydration, and oxygen supply, focus mastery, training the prefrontal cortex to avoid distractions, motivation cultivation, learning how to create self-reinforcing feedback loops using dopamine wisely. Here, we'll explore practical tools to help you operate at peak mental capacity daily. Chapter 7: The best diet for brain health and memory. Food is fuel for the brain. Some diets sharpen memory, while others cloud thinking. Omega-3 rich foods like salmon, flaxseed, and walnuts improve communication between brain cells. Polyphenols in blueberries, dark chocolate, and green tea protect against cognitive decline. Complex carbohydrates provide steady glucose for focus. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are linked to slower brain aging. On the other hand, refined sugars and trans fats are cognitive toxins. Eating clean isn't just about the body, it's about mental clarity. Chapter 8: The power of human potential. Human potential is limitless when guided by purpose. People have achieved extraordinary feats: athletes breaking records, scientists solving mysteries, entrepreneurs building empires because they tapped into their inner potential. Neuroscience shows that potential grows when you believe in growth, not fixed limits. This mindset rewires the brain and accelerates achievement. Chapter 9: Executive function. How it works and how to improve its executive function is the CEO of the brain. It manages attention, self-control, and goal pursuit. You can improve executive function through mindfulness meditation to sharpen focus, cognitive training games that challenge working memory, physical exercise, especially aerobic activity, sleep optimization, as the prefrontal cortex is fragile under fatigue. Improving executive function creates discipline, planning ability, and stronger willpower. Chapter 10: Neurotransmitters. The brain's communication system. The most important neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, acetylcholine, and GABA, regulate how you think, feel, and act. Dopamine drives motivation and reward. Serotonin stabilizes mood. Acetylcholine enhances learning and focus. GABA calms the brain and prevents overstimulation. Balancing these systems through nutrition, sleep, and habits is essential for mental clarity. Chapter 11: Neuroscience of exercise for brain function. Neuroscientists have discovered that physical exercise is not only good for the body, it is essential for the brain. Exercise increases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which fuels neuroplasticity. Aerobic workouts, dancing, and even walking stimulate new brain cell growth. Resistance training boosts hormone balance and improves mental resilience. Chapter 12: Spiritual neuroscience and biohacking. Human potential. Science and spirituality are converging. Practices like meditation, prayer, and gratitude have measurable effects on brain activity, reducing stress and improving focus. This chapter explores how spiritual neuroscience can help biohack states of flow, creativity, and deep calm. Chapter 13: Boosting focus. Permanent focus is a skill, not a gift. By training your brain, you can make deep focus a permanent part of your life. Techniques include Pomodoro cycles with deep immersion, digital detoxing to protect attention span, flow state triggers like music, challenge, and passion alignment. Chapter 14: The future of human potential. What will the next century look like as neuroscience, AI, and biotechnology merge? Imagine humans with enhanced memory, sharper focus, and even artificial brain-computer interfaces. The future of human potential is boundless. By taking steps today, you align yourself with the future of limitless growth. Chapter 15: Dopamine, motivation, and dopamine is not just about pleasure, it's about drive. Learn how to raise your baseline dopamine naturally through proper sleep, cold exposure setting, and achievement cycle sunlight and movement. This final chapter shows how to build a life where motivation is consistent and sustainable. Conclusion: your brain is the most advanced machine in the known universe. By optimizing your health, diet, habits, and mindset, you can unlock levels of learning, focus, and creativity that you never thought possible. Remember, progress is not about perfection. It's about consistent growth, small habits, and belief in your limitless potential.